Welcome to Capri. At Capri Restaurant, Fortitude Valley, we specialize in Italian cuisine. We are fully licensed. We offer an intimate, friendly and family experience, but are also available for group bookings and functions. We have free Wi-Fi and open for lunch and dinner 6 days a week in the Emporium Center.
Wellesley, talking about the QAS stuff, is it right for the athlete and for what happens to the local comps with regards to hockey?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think that the sport's become a lot more professional. So from a QAS perspective, is you're designed to actually develop the athlete who are the elite athlete in Queensland, and who have been nationally identified at a younger age. You're there, you're training them up to actually then ship them off to get them to Perth into that national environment. It's pretty much, if you're going to be in the national team these days, you have to be in Perth. I mean, the majority of the guys are there. The majority of the squad is there, based there. There's not as many go home to their home states, and I think the advice is, to those guys is, you don't want to miss the boat, you don't want to miss out. So you want to be embedded in that group to give yourself the best opportunity to play for Australia.
Obviously it'd be better if those boys are back here, but the QAS environment, just explain it for people what it is like.
Yeah, so it's a group of athletes who have been identified for their skill and for their measures on the field. I think as a group we try and stick together a lot, but QAS is basically, like Wellesley mentioned and Ange mentioned before, it's getting you ready for the big stage. I think if I'm happy, I'll mention back before, bringing them back would be good, but also I think it's good building purposes for the young guys to build up and get that esteem they need to get over there and perform at their high level, I think at that note. But yeah, QAS is, it's been fun. I think this is my fourth year.
I'll check my notes.
Yeah. It's been 4 years in QAS, and I've loved every minute of it. Now being one of the oldest, 23 now, so I'm one of the oldest ones there. It's a bit of a shock, but again, we go through things during the year that it still shocks me, and I'm thinking, oh, these training camps, but you know what, it's great fun. It's a building block again, and I think in the last 2 years, everyone's built, and especially myself, we've all built up over these camps.
So I was just going to say, most of the time, with a lot of the guys are not just pulled out of the local system, they're actually nationally identified as well through national championships and their performances there. So someone like Borgie, he was identified 4 or 5 years ago from an underage tournament, and when they're identified nationally, that's when, sort of from the QAS perspective, we've got to actually grab those guys, bring them into that training, and then start growing them into becoming a national standard athlete. So it's not just someone picked out of the local league all the time. It's we do have the ability to do that as a coach, to say, yeah, we like this guy, hasn't been nationally identified, we want to grab him. We can do that, but certainly most of the guys somewhere along the lines have been nationally identified.
Welcome to Capri. At Capri Restaurant, Fortitude Valley, we specialize in Italian cuisine. We are fully licensed. We offer an intimate, friendly and family experience, but are also available for group bookings and functions. We have free Wi-Fi and open for lunch and dinner 6 days a week in the Emporium Center.